Over the past few months, I made it my personal mission to get through as many Inkey List products as I could, and I definitely did get through quite a bit. I've been talking about this brand review for a while that I wanted to do for the Inkey List, and I think I've finally been using the products for a decent amount of time, so I can finally share my thoughts on them. And let's just talk about the brand. Let's talk about some of the products I liked and some of the ones I didn't like so much. Hi everyone, I'm Razia. I'm here to help you make better skincare choices. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss out on my weekly uploads. And you can also check me out on Instagram and TikTok for more. Same username across all my platforms. Makes it nice and easy. Before we get into the products, let's just talk about the brand as a whole. So the Inkey List is a UK-based skincare brand. They were founded in 2018 and their whole thing is that they create affordable skincare products that are high quality, affordable, and they're science-backed as well. And they've also made it a priority to make sure that they educate the consumer and help the consumer learn about the skincare that they're using. And you'll see this on their packaging, which is one of my favorite things about the brand. So they've definitely made skincare more approachable and accessible to a lot of people, whether you know a lot about skincare or not, which I really do appreciate about the brand. So they launched in 2018, which really wasn't that long ago, and since then they've really launched a lot of products. They've got about 78 products in total, which is heaps. They've also launched a hair care line recently, and that also looks really interesting. And of the 78 skincare products, I have tried 15. It really doesn't sound like a lot when you put it that way, but honestly, the 15 that I have tried are all that I want to try from the brand. I think the rest of the products really aren't suited for my skin or my skin needs, and I'm just not interested in the rest of the products that they have to offer. So yeah, without me babbling on too much, let's get into it. I'm gonna start with the ones I liked the least and end with the ones I liked the most. Of course, all products will be linked in the description box below. These will be affiliate links. If you do use them to make a purchase, I make a small commission from that. It just helps to support me and my channel. So if you do use them, thank you so, so much. And if you're in Australia like me, you can find the Inkey List available on Sephora, but I will say the stock levels at Sephora are horrible for the Inkey List. I prefer to get the Inkey List online from either Cult Beauty or ASOS, and they generally have a lot of the products in stock there. Okay, let's start with my least favorite products that I tried from the Inkey List, and that's their moisturizers. In total, they have 8 different moisturizers. I tried 3, and honestly that was enough. I'm not going to be trying any more moisturizers from the Inkey List because I just don't think I'm going to find what I'm looking for with their moisturizers. I have very dry skin. Moisturizer is a very important part of my skincare routine, and I am a bit of a moisturizer snob, I do have to say. I know what I'm looking for in a good moisturizer, and I just didn't find it in any of these, and I doubt I'm going to find it in the other 5 that I haven't tried yet. And of those 3, my least favorite was the Multibiotic Moisturizer. This one is made for oily and blemish prone skin in mind, and it contains 5% yogurtine, which is a fermented yogurt extract that is supposed to help rebalance bacteria levels on the surface of your skin, and by rebalancing the bacteria, it decreases your likelihood of blemishes. I really can't speak to that. I'm not sure if it would have helped in that way. I used it a couple of times and that was enough for me. It just wasn't hydrating enough. I look for moisturizers for hydrating and moisturizing properties, not so much other skincare benefits. If it doesn't do that, then I'm not interested. All of that aside, this product stinks. I don't know how people use this product without being completely off-put by the smell. It smells like off milk or off yogurt. It's got the fermented yogurt extract in there, and I mean, it smells like it. It's really a horrible smell. Here's a close-up of the texture for you. You can see it is very lightweight and definitely good for oily skin. It just stinks. It just really, really stinks. The next moisturizer I tried and didn't really like is their new Simbright moisturizer. This one is supposed to have brightening properties. It's also got some Kakadu plum in there, which contains vitamin C. What I've noticed about the way the Inkey List makes their moisturizers is that each one has a special ingredient in there that targets a specific skin concern. So you get your moisturizing abilities and then you get that added skincare benefit. They have a snow mushroom one that's supposed to help redness. You've got this one that's supposed to help with brightening. I'd rather get those benefits from the other parts of my skincare routine. I'd rather have an anti-aging serum than have a really low strength anti-aging moisturizer, if that makes sense. I'd rather have a brightening serum than have 2% Kakadu plum in my moisturizer. Do you know what I mean? And again with this one, it just wasn't moisturizing enough for my dry skin. I wore it in the morning so that I could layer a sunscreen on top, and then that way I didn't feel my skin was too dry. but as a nighttime moisturizer, this just didn't cut it for me. As for the brightening properties, I really can't speak to that because I use a lot of other brightening steps in my skincare routine. So how much power this has to brighten my hyperpigmentation, who knows? It's not something I'm willing to test out either. The last moisturizer I'm going to talk about is the peptide moisturizer. I did post a review of this one on my Instagram not too long ago. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen it. I need a proper thick moisturizer, especially at nighttime and especially now going into winter, and this one just didn't cut it. I think maybe as a summertime moisturizer, it might be okay. If you don't need as thick a moisturizer as I do, and if you have more oily skin, maybe if you have more normal combo skin, you might actually like this one. All right, the next product is their glycolic acid toner. And that's the back of the bottle there, just so you could see what I was referring to in terms of the packaging. Very descriptive, and then you've got your little routine over here so you know where this product fits in. It's very helpful. I really do appreciate this aspect of the brand. Okay, this one is strong. This is a 10% glycolic acid toner, which is pretty up there in terms of strength of glycolic acid. It's also got 5% witch hazel water in there, so this one is better suited for those with oily skin. Dry skin really can't benefit too much from witch hazel water, considering witch hazel is something that's used to reduce the oiliness of your skin. I did also find that every time I applied this one, I did feel a little bit of a stinging or tingling sensation on my face, which is something I don't usually experience when I use an exfoliating product. Honestly, I think it's just due to the strength of the product because it's 10%. I don't usually use a 10% glycolic acid treatment. So instead I'm gonna be using this one as a body exfoliant because I love using chemical exfoliants as my body care as well. And I think this would work really well for that. So that's my thoughts on the glycolic acid toner. Didn't love it, wouldn't repurchase. Not sure if I would recommend it to others either. The Inkey List do have a larger range of chemical exfoliants. They have a lactic acid, an alpha hydroxy acid, beta hydroxy acid. Obviously I can't really speak to those since I haven't tried them, but if you were interested, they're definitely there as an option for you to look out for. The next product I tried is their Kaolin Clay face mask. Kaolin Clay is really good for decongesting oily skin and getting rid of excess sebum in areas where you might be producing too much oil. I know that's not my skin type, but I wanted to try this one because clay masks tend to be very, very drying. This one did not have that effect at all, and it was actually quite nice to use. It was actually kind of nice to use and a little bit like calming and hydrating. And then when I looked at the ingredients, it kind of made sense. It's got sunflower seed oil in there, you've got aloe leaf juice, you've also got Centella asiatica in there. So you've got these nice hydrating and calming ingredients combined with the kaolin clay, so you don't really upset your skin too much when you use a clay mask like this. Before we get to the serums, let's talk a little bit about the cleansers. Now I actually made a video a couple of weeks ago talking about the 3 different Inkey List cleansers that they have available. I really enjoy the Inkey List cleansers. I think their cleansers are great. I enjoy using them and I would definitely repurchase these cleansers. My least favorite cleanser, not that I don't like it, it's just my least favorite of the 3, is the fulvic acid brightening cleanser. I don't know how much brightening power would come from a cleanser. In terms of the cleansing power of this one, I really did enjoy it. It doesn't foam up too much, but it does just a little bit, and it wasn't drying on the skin at all. It actually leaves my skin feeling really nice. I really like how my skin feels after I use this cleanser, and I really do enjoy using it. If you did want more of a deep dive into the cleansers, then maybe check out that video and it might help you out. Next up, we have the Oat Cleansing Balm. Now this product right here is a bit famous at this point. You've got oat kernel flour, oat kernel extract in there, so it's really soothing. It's balm texture, which when you warm it between your hands forms into a nice oil, and it really helps to remove and melt off any makeup that you might be wearing. Or if you just have really dry, sensitive skin and you're looking for a very soothing cleanser, this might be your go-to. Personally, I've been using it as my first cleanse to remove makeup, and it works really well that way. I did do a video on makeup removers last week. If you want to check that out, I'll link it up here for you, and you can check that one out after this video, of course. And this one was one of my top makeup removers. And the next cleanser, which also happens to be my favorite of the 3, is the salicylic acid cleanser. This is one of the first products I tried from the Inkey List, and I still use it very frequently, and I really do enjoy it every single time. If you have oily or acne prone skin, or you might be dealing with a breakout, using a salicylic acid cleanser is a great way that you can help to really deep clean the skin and to get all of that congestion out of the pores. This isn't a cleanser that I can use every day because if I use it too frequently, it really will dry my skin out. And that's something I learned from experience, so I make sure to not overuse this one. I tend to reach for this one when I can feel my skin is a little bit more congested than usual and I might be approaching my time of the month, which means a breakout is coming. That's when I reach for this one. And you've got 2% salicylic acid in here. You've also got zinc PCA, and then you've got some soothing ingredients like propionidol and allantoin. I don't feel like my skin is stripped dry when I'm finished washing my face with this one. It actually feels really nice after I use this cleanser, and that's why I keep going back to it. All right, and finally, let's talk about some of their serums. They have a lot of serums, like a lot. I haven't tried all of them, obviously, but I have tried a fair few, definitely the more popular ones. And for the most part, I really enjoyed them. That's why I left them to the end, because I think their serums are the best thing they produce. And I'm gonna go through these from my least favorite to the most favorite. If you guys have tried anything from the Inkey List, let me know down below. Let me know what you tried and whether you like it or not. And if there's anything you're interested in trying as well, I'd love to hear your thoughts. All right, let's start with the 15% vitamin C and EGF. This one contains 15% ascorbyl glucoside, which is a stable vitamin C derivative. Vitamin C we know is a really powerful antioxidant that's great to incorporate into your skincare routine as a way to help fight off free radical damage, and it also has some brightening properties as well. I like to use it in the morning because paired with sunscreen, it's a really great way to help protect the skin. I will be doing a vitamin C video soon because I know it can be really confusing, like do you use pure vitamin C, derivatives, what products to look for, all of that kind of stuff. So I'll be doing a video all about that very soon. As a serum, I mean, it has a really nice texture. It's lightweight, it sinks right into the skin. So if you're looking for an affordable vitamin C serum, this is definitely one that you might want to consider. While we're talking about antioxidants, let's talk about the Q10 serum. This serum contains ubiquinone, which is another antioxidant that really helps to protect the skin from environmental stress. You've also got squalane in there, which is a really hydrating ingredient, and you've got some peptides in this one as well. Using this one on its own or with the vitamin C really gave my skin such a nice glow in the morning. All right, next we have another fan favorite, and that is the hyaluronic acid. This one gets compared to the hyaluronic acid from The Ordinary a lot, which understandably so. This one is just a lot better. The one from The Ordinary is fine. It just has a little bit of a sticky, goopy kind of a texture. This one does not have that at all. This is, if you hated the one from The Ordinary, you will probably love this one. It's got 2% hyaluronic acid in there. It's got propionidol, it's got glycerin. It's a really nice hydrating serum. I like to use hyaluronic acid for its plumping benefits and to help really boost the hydration of my skin. Hyaluronic acid is an ingredient that's found in a lot of other serums, but if you do want a standalone hyaluronic acid serum, then this is definitely one that you might want to try out. Next, we're going to start with my favorite brightening products from the Inkey List. And first we have alpha arbutin, and then we have the tranexamic acid night treatment. I'm very prone to hyperpigmentation. If I get any spot, small, large, whatever it is, it will leave a mark when it goes. Whether I pick it, whether I leave it alone, it doesn't matter, it will leave a spot, which is very, very frustrating. I like to use a combination of brightening ingredients because I know a lot of experts have said that when it comes to hyperpigmentation, one ingredient usually just isn't gonna do it. Using a combination is better than just using one. So that's what I've been doing with the Inkey List products. This one contained 2% alpha arbutin and layered really well with my other skincare products. It also contains some hyaluronic acid, squalane, glycerin, so it's a nice hydrating and brightening serum at the same time, which is nice. So I will say when it comes to these brightening products, I can't really speak to how they work on their own because I don't use them on their own. I use them in combination with others. So I can speak to how the whole combination works, but not so much how the individual product works. I hope that's something you guys don't mind, but that's just how I prefer to use my brightening products. This one was a newer brightening ingredient for me, and that's tranexamic acid. If I leave my dark spots alone completely, no brightening agents, they will take forever to go away. And by forever, I mean months. Literally months. If you deal with hyperpigmentation, you know what I'm talking about. It might sound crazy, but that's just how it is. With these brightening ingredients that I like to incorporate, it definitely does cut this length of time in half. So instead of me waiting 2-3 months for my dark spots to go away, I'm waiting usually like a month, maybe even less than a month if I'm lucky and if it's a really compliant dark spot. And using the tranexamic acid has definitely helped to speeden that process up a little bit. Not drastically, nothing crazy, but has it helped a bit? Yeah, for sure. And the very last product that I'm going to talk about today, which happens to be probably my favorite Inkey List product, and that is their niacinamide serum. I think I've raved on about this one quite a bit by now. I just really like niacinamide. My skin really likes niacinamide, and this is just such a nice serum. It's got such a nice texture, works so well on my skin, absorbs in so nicely, no stickiness, no annoying pilling, nothing like that. You've got 10% niacinamide in there. Niacinamide has so many benefits. I'll just list them on the screen here for you. You've also got 1% hyaluronic acid in here. You've got squalane, glycerin, so it's a really nice hydrating serum as well. This niacinamide combined with the alpha-arbutin combined with the tranexamic acid is my brightening trio. It really helps to get those dark spots on their way a lot faster than they usually would take. And while I would prefer that I could get all of these ingredients in one, I'll take this for now. If you're after a good niacinamide serum, because maybe you've been hearing a lot of people raving on about niacinamide, I definitely recommend checking this one out. It's one of my top niacinamide serums, one of my top serums in general. I really like it. I really like this product. I'm not sure if you can tell. So that's that. That sums up my thoughts on the Inkey List and my thoughts on the products that I've tried. I hope this video wasn't too overwhelming and it was, you know, fun to watch, and I hope you got some value out of this one as well. If you like this video, make sure you leave me a like down below. Comment down below and let me know if you've tried anything from the Inkey List, what you have tried, what you're interested in trying. Let me know all of that stuff down below. If there are any other brand reviews you guys want to see from me, let me know down below as well, and we'll see if we can make that happen. And that's all for this one. Don't go anywhere. Check out some of the other videos I have on my channel. I've got some good ones on here for you, and I'll see you in the next one.